What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Interstellaria, one of those games that I've been enjoying a lot. And so I went and I farmed equipment for a little while, and unfortunately it seems like there's actually, well, not unfortunately, it seems like there's actually a concrete limit on how much you can farm, because I kept farming and I was getting tons of loot. And then my last 5 or 6 runs, it seems like somebody just like turned off the faucet and no more loot would drop. Like, and I'm being totally serious right now. I wanted to farm out more laser guns and stuff, but I've done about 3 runs to the caves now and not a single thing has dropped. And so it went from like 10 to 15 items dropping per run to 0. And so I think it might be tapered or something as you go along. So what we'll do is we'll go on back. Let's talk to the Grutentians that are over here that needed the 50 sludge. I've got like 1 million of it now, so that should be fine. Let's go to the headquarters, help them clean up their planet a little bit. 50 vials of sludge. We did what we had to do. I think I've got a lot of my crew equipped with hazmat gear and laser guns now. A couple of them didn't get them before the loot seems to have run out, but it'll be alright. We'll fill them in with stuff that we find elsewhere. Nope, don't do that. Fall down. Now jump back up. There we go. Once again, I'll say, don't give orders while your guy's climbing on a ladder. He'll mess up and kind of like bug out on the ladder. Then you got to click a point that's altitudinally below the ladder and just, it's a mess. Anyways, we have the old factory. Alright, one last cleanup mission. The old factory needs to be cleaned out. Okay, I've got 50 canisters. Yes, thank you. The aliens you seek are long gone, and there's little to be learned other than they spent much time experimenting on alien species. The old Empire took great interest in their technology, but that fell by the wayside once the Empire ended. Their research facilities were on a remote and a planet called Olok. Okay, so yeah, we gotta go back to Olok now. Okay, so there's got to be a research facility back here somewhere. We've got a significantly sized flight in front of us. Not going to cut it because there's lots of things to talk about, but if you wanted to get a recap, so let's say that somebody came in on this video or whatever, they're new to the Nerdcastle, what's happened in the storyline thus far? We were marooned on a planet after our ship crashed. We found an ancient ship that was owned by an ancient alien race, and we managed to fly our way back to civilization. When we got back to civilization, they told us that alien abductions had begun occurring from an unknown race, and that this unknown race had been mostly picking upon the races that were allied with the humans in human territory of the galaxy. So we went and we hunted a bounty hunter, and inside his lair we found a notebook which indicated that he had been stealing relics from old ancient relic sites, which then pointed us to... where did that point us to? Oh yes, it pointed us to another planet where we were able to... Inside his notes, he had noted a planet where there was a bunch of relics. We went there, and at that location we found a tablet, which then led us to these people who could analyze the tablet for us and tell us about old alien races. And so now we're back to Anda Space. This has been your recap by Splattercat. That's the end of the episode, everybody. Bye! No, we're going to keep on going. There's also a planet down here that I didn't see. I never noticed that. There's a planet down there called Perrin that's way off the grid. I haven't been down that way, but it does exist down there. It looks like we've got about 1:06 until we land on Anda, so I need to spread people out. Sometimes when you give them orders and they're not spread out, they won't like fulfill their own needs. I don't know exactly why, but I think we've got our crew at pretty much like a sweet spot right now. That's what our crew looks like. I was trying to get everybody into hazmat suits so that I could come up with like a catchy nickname for our crew. It would be like, what's his name again? Oscar Tyler. It'd be Oscar Tyler and the hazardous, I don't know. What's a word that starts with H that denotes a big group? Ooh, the hazardous homies. Oh yeah. So we'd have Oscar Tyler and the hazardous homies, and then you can interject, like in your head, make a mental picture right now of basically it's like the old NWA album covers where it's just like everybody standing around looking tough in an alleyway with like their arms crossed, but they're all in hazmat suits. There you go. If any of my artists are fans, Oscar Tyler and the hazardous homies, I would love a poster of that. I don't know. It sounds awesome to me. How come their indicators are not showing right now that indicate that they are indeed hungry and in need of sustenance? There we go. Now everybody should start to file over there and handle their needs. This happens every now and again where they refuse to do their needs, and once you manually tell somebody to feed themselves, then everybody will start going, I like space. That seems like a pretty rudimentary assumption considering you live in space with a space crew on a space ship in a space hazard suit. The hazardous homies. Oscar Tyler and the hazardous homies. Parental advisory. Oh my god, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. All day long. I love it. So they're all gonna feed themselves. We need to go to Olok and the jungle of the capital village. I don't know where we should go. I bet the jungle is probably the place we want, but let's go to the capital village and we'll ask this guy off in the corner maybe if he's got anything for us. Alright, hazardous homies. Everybody stay on the ship. Hazardous homies, guard this location. Oscar Tyler out. Oscar Tyler is Oscar Mike for talking with this guy with an eye patch. A question. Okay, so he's still got nothing for us. I think he's broke. I hope we haven't hit the end of the storyline because I was just starting to get really, really into it. Like, I'm really enjoying the fact that the game has a storyline that you can follow, even though it's kind of like a sandbox, do whatever you want type game. We also need to sell a bunch of stuff. We're carrying around way too much crap with us right now, so we probably want to go and, like, vendor some things. Let's go ahead and fly off into space. I wanted to say the mutagen, the toxic sludge canisters that we have, they actually... They make a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference in the description of the item. So that's fun. It says, like, keep away from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or keep away from turtles or something like that. Although, why would you keep it away? I want to have awesome Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that are like surfers. I would love that. That sounds awesome to me. So if we know that it's on Olok, it's probably in the jungle out here somewhere. Let's go vendor all of our stuff first, though, because we gotta sell things. I'm going to go to Anda, I guess. We're going to fly over here. We'll sell off a bunch of our loot. Then we'll come back to Olok, and we'll do a little bit of planetary exploration. We had gone to the jungle before, and it was bad. There were dinosaurs everywhere that were trying to kill us. It became dangerous very, very quickly. All right, so we're on Anda right now. Let's go to the clan trade port, and in landing with the clan... This is one planet where it's okay to do business with the clan. If you're in the United States and you say that you do business with the clan, though, that will probably not work out for you. But these guys arrange themselves in clans, so it's okay now. In our inventory, we have Gatling cannons we can get rid of. We have an extra navigation unit. We have 3 engineering consoles, which is weird, actually. You can only get a little bit for the ooze. I guess we'll probably just get that out of our inventory then, since it's taking up space. And now what we need to do is we have to put more things into our away team. Our away team mission inventory was full, and so now we need to go back out to space. We'll move more things back down into our mission inventory. We'll come down and we'll sell it again. I'm trying to get out towards like the 60,000 range of cash so that we can buy ourselves one of the super awesome ships that the insect people have, which sounds pretty awesome. I keep expecting to hit the end of the game, though, pretty soon because it is in early access right now. It's in pre-alpha or maybe early alpha. I mean, the game isn't even technically available to anybody yet. Like, you can't sit down and go buy the game. The only people who have access to it right now are Kickstarter backers, so it hasn't even released on Steam or anything. So technically, you're seeing this game in a primitive state where it's not even released yet. Like, it's not a game that you can get. And so I keep expecting to hit the wall, but actually for a game that hasn't released yet, I'm impressed. It has enough content right now to where I've got a good 7 hours into the game and you're flying around doing stuff, farming items, killing things, making money, so on and so forth. So it's better developed than like 80% of the games that hit Steam, that's for sure. Is this guy friendly? He's not coming at us, so I assume he's friendly. Well met, Captain. The clans extend the brotherhood to all. Alright. Any information regarding other races? Understand, Captain. The world of spirits... Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. I think we had that before. I could just murder him, but since we're about to rely on the benevolence of the Anda, I think I'll avoid it. Where are we flying to right now? Did I just switch planets again? I may have switched planets again. These Gatling pistols, they don't stack, so you kind of just gotta keep them. And then we'll get rid of this other stuff. Where are we right now? Yeah, I switched planets for some reason. I don't know why in my head I clicked on the other place, but it's fine. It only takes us like 10 seconds to get there anyways. It's not a big deal. At the moment, both the Anda and the Kersha are pointing fingers at each other, saying it's the other side's fault. No, I don't want to go to the asteroid, but I don't want to go that way either. I do want to go to that planet that's way off the grid down there. I'm assuming that once they send us to this planet, there's a planet up here, this one right here, that has a construction sign in front of it when you arrive. I think that once this quest sends us to this place, the game will officially be over. And then from there, we can figure out what we want to do. Maybe I'll continue a quest from there once the game actually comes out. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with the amount of content that's in the game. I'm enjoying it tremendously. I'm excited to see this release on Steam and to other locations. I think it's a good game to show off. I think it's got promise. I think it's got a lot of promise, in fact. Let me eat real fast before I go off the ship, and then I'll start separating the wheat from the chaff, as it were, of hungry people. There we go. Let's get him fed. We'll send him on over to there. And we'll sell off the remainder. We got a whole bunch of needle pistols. Okay, and a scanner. And a Mark II navigation. We already have a Mark II navigation on our ship, so I don't think we need to bring that. It'll function as a great amount of cash for the future. Each of these I have to click individually. There we go. And we'll probably buy some more health packs too, because I think I used up quite a few on that last run. Well, that's fine. I mean, we've got like 18 of them. It should be fine for the future, I think. Let's get everybody back on the ship. Get you guys eating. And then let's take off. You ever enjoyed a brisk meal while leaving Atmo? Well, now you have. Now, oh, he dropped off the ship. I hope that doesn't count. I don't think it will. I've had that happen before. They drop off the ship after they eat, and so I'm hoping that doesn't count as an abandoned crew member, because we couldn't... Oh, it did! Damn. Ah, okay, so that's a bug that's slightly frustrating. We just lost a fully equipped crew member. Ew. Alright, well, nothing can be done about it now. Nobody's crying over spilt milk. We should probably recruit a few more people then, but since we're headed for the jungle, let's head for the jungle. So I'm going to leave Anda and we'll head back towards Alok, and hopefully we'll get something done in this episode. I need somebody on navigation, please. Who was good at navigation? Was it you? He was good at like everything, so let's just bring him over here. This guy's a ringer. He's like fantastic at every ability. There's no ability he doesn't have. Everything's like 5+ for him. He's great to have around. Let's go check the jungle. They said that the temple was here in the jungle, and I think there's more than enough to explore. The last time we came here, we got into a significant amount of trouble with the wildlife, but our team wasn't quite as equipped yet, so I think we might have a better chance here. Yeah, kill off these compies real fast. We have laser cannons and all kinds of good stuff now. Yeah, there it is. Get rid of them. I know there was some kind of big complex over here. I'm not completely sure what it entailed, but there was definitely something over here that we could make use of. So let's go have a look, possibly. Definitely better equipped this time than we were the last time we came here. The needle pistols were not doing it. That like spray fire thing that they do is making it so that we missed smaller enemies over and over and over again. And I would much rather have the laser rifles. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so... yeah, shoot that thing. Oh, it's got knockback too. That's even better. Okay, so... you gotta kind of aim low on this thing. I don't know, it hits hard. And I don't want to lose anybody. It's like hard to shoot at though. There we go. Knock him back a little bit. Keep him dealt with. We didn't actually loot anything from right there. A disappointing turn of events. Alright, well, we'll go back this way. The laser rifles respawn their own ammo, so be aware of that, although they do occasionally still run out. You can still use the pickups. They don't recharge as fast as they fire, so you can conceivably run out of ammo pretty quickly with the laser rifle, actually. Okay, so we got another dino up here. Let's deal with him real fast. And now that he's been dealt with, we'll swing down to this bottom tier and we'll see if maybe there's anything up in this complex we can make use of. Somebody went to all the effort of putting ladders in right here, so my guess is that we might find something useful here. I don't know. It'll sort of depend, I guess. Alright, back up then. I guess that one had nothing for us. And actually over here it doesn't look like there's anything either. So on the planet of Olok... well... I don't see a temple or anything of that nature. Maybe this is it over here? I don't know. There's definitely a little house right there, but there's nothing back this way as far as I could tell. Yeah, that's empty right there. So I guess we'll go back up to the top. I'll check this house on the way by, but yeah, it looks like there's nothing actually on Olok. I hope we haven't like run into the final part of this quest. It seems possible though. The guy on Olok with the thing above his head doesn't want to talk to us, and I'm wondering if he's the guy we're actually supposed to be talking to. What did she pick up? It looks like she's got some kind of loot. Maybe it's something useful. Usually it pops up though if it's quest related, so if this is going to be the final episode, that's good though. I mean, I've gotten quite a bit. For a pre-alpha game, we got a lot of episodes out of this one, so I'm happy with where we're at. I think it's not anything to be too concerned about. Alright, so what did we loot right there? It was probably just a med kit. Okay, yeah, it looks like it was maybe a med kit. I don't know. Is it still in her inventory? I don't see anybody carrying anything around, so I guess not. Well, let's have one more look at the capital village. Maybe I missed it over here. We'll take a look around and see if maybe there's something that I might have overlooked. And if there is, I will attempt to remedy that. None of these people, you can't converse with anybody here. I think he's still busted, so, or either busted and or non-implemented, I guess would be the better term to use right there. Welcome to Olok Colony. Yeah, it looks like that's not who we want, so let's send everybody back to the ship. There's nothing down there that we can talk to, otherwise I could suicide somebody to talk for the quest, but you can't get down and back up this ledge. It's actually not accessible, so I'm not sure why that's there. But it's there, and so you need to be aware of it. Let's go back up into space, and we'll see if maybe we can find another location to look for. They said that Olok Colony was the place where the temple would be that we wanted to investigate, but I guess I could be wrong. We'll take a look at our journal in just a moment and see if maybe... That's probably what I'll do. While I'll investigate, what I'll do is let me set course back for Giphy. We'll set course back for over there. And while that's occurring, what we'll also do is let's take a look at this and see if maybe there's something that'll indicate where we should be going. Let's see. It doesn't look like we have any further indicators. So I'm just going to go talk to that guy one more time, and after talking to him, I think we'll try and verify what it is we need to get done. I'll be back in just actually, we've got combat going on right now. Are they trying to fight with me, or can I converse with them? Can't converse with them. Let's fight them first. I'm going to take all units offline, and we'll turn on the particle cannons while we're moving around a little bit. And in fact, they are laying down a lot of covering fire right here. I'm going to weave up through there. We're going to leave some more lasers flying towards the enemy. And I think that should be enough to destroy him, I think. Now what I want to do is, because your weaponry can actually damage these ships, I'm going to target, but I'm going to try and get clear of all of the drops before I do. We should be able to destroy them with like one shot. It should be fairly simple, actually. I wish there was a there might be. I hope they add a hotkey so that I can actually target a little bit quicker without having to click over there. It would make me happy. I don't think they're going to drop anything useful. Oh, I destroyed some gear. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, looking at the debris, it doesn't look like there's anything useful that dropped. Yeah, no scrap or no anything else. So that's fine. Not a big deal. We can also... Let's use a repair kit. There we go. So we've used some armor plates to repair some of the nastiness that's occurred. Some of the general bubbling, scoring, destruction, and holes in the hull. Take all these back offline and put them back into the electrical system so that people can start feeding themselves, and I'll be right back. Okay, so on further investigation, it appears as though the quest didn't take. I came back here and he's asking for 50 goop again. So I figure we'll run off and we'll do that one more time. I'm not stoked about it, but it does give me an opportunity to farm up a little bit more gear, so I'm not that brokenhearted about it. I would love to get some more laser rifles. The few people that still have needle pistols left are drastically underprepared by comparison to their compatriots who do indeed have the laser rifles. The laser rifles are super legit. They do a lot of damage. They fire straight. They don't miss. They fire a little bit faster and they run out of ammo quicker, but totally worth it in my opinion. So let's go down, and I've found that the easiest one to farm is caves. So I'll just do that a couple times till we have 50 sludge, and then I'll come back right after this. How's that sound? So we're back. That was my bad. I guess selling the nasty sludge was not such a great idea. We should have just like packed it in or something. I'm not really sure, but selling off the sludge, it appears to me as though this quest is not activating. So we're going to give it one more try. The bonus side to redoing the farming is that it allowed me to get full hazmat suits for just about everybody except for one guy. So I think that by and large, though, everybody's got decent armor now, and the super bonus side of that is that everybody ended up with laser rifles now. So every single one of my characters has a laser rifle, which is major. It's very, very major. It's a big deal. This is the sort of game, though, that at the beginning you could come out here and farm and get like the best gear for now anyways. Let's go ahead and we'll give him the 50 sludge. I guess the quest didn't activate, so... Alright, so I've got 50 canisters. Yes! Thank you. The aliens you seek are long gone, and there's little to be learned other than they spent much time experimenting on alien species. The old Empire took great interest in their technology, but that fell by the wayside once the Empire ended. Their research facilities were on a remote and a planet called Aloke. Okay, so we already knew that. Yeah, it looks like the quest isn't actually completing. So what we can do is for the next couple episodes or so... Actually, what did the Suna do that was so bad? Oh dear, I suppose many already know. Before the Old Empire, the Kersha conquered the Suna fairly early on. They used our worlds for building their ships. They forced our ancestors to terraform worlds of value, many of which housed living, sometimes sentient life forms. There's a reason there are so many planets with similar atmospheres, and that reason is us. That's what I thought. They're actually like sentient terraformers. Let's see. Yeah, he still wants us. I guess the quest is not completing. Which is a... Do I have to talk to maybe the guy back on... Well, here. What I can do is we can try this out real fast. I don't normally like to do stuff like this on camera, but... Given making yet another cut, I think that I would rather just kind of do this real fast. So what I can do is I can reload my game and we can go talk to the other guy in front of the factory and maybe see if he's got anything different to say. I mean, from here though, it looks like we've actually tapped out the remainder of the content possibly. I don't think that quest is actually completing. My guess is that when you complete that, you go talk to the Anda guy with the eye patch, and once you talk to him, then he'll give you the location of the next temple, but up until then, I'm not really sure. I think we have nothing to go on right now, and unfortunately, here, let me try this. What we'll do is we'll load that, and in loading that, we'll now go back to the factory, and we'll see if we can talk to this guy over here on the side. Maybe he's who we have to talk to first when you have the 50 sludge, because I did talk to the other guy before I went back to him on the other side. It's just like a last-ditch effort. I don't think it'll work, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, it doesn't look like he has any new conversational abilities that are... Yeah, it looks like there's not really much else here for him to do, so I think what I'll probably do... Oh my god, that thing is chasing me up onto the surface. Okay. Well, fine then, you douche. How about I shoot you with laser rifle? Yeah! Feel the DACA. Love the DACA. Embrace the DACA. Ingest the DACA. Sometimes DACA is actually digestible, and so occasionally you can just go and just suck it on in. Suck in the DACA. Well, I suppose that since we've run into a bit of an impasse here, I'll do some investigation on my own and see if maybe we can play a little bit further. But I don't really want to do what I did today and have like a couple episodes of filler. I recorded a batch of episodes today and I felt like one or two of them were fillers and I didn't feel good about that. I would prefer that they be more thrillers than fillers. So I'll see you on the next episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for Interstellaria. I will see you in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.